mean, she was not perfect, but she was damn well perfect. She was the girl that you really wanted to be next door. You wished were next door. You should only be so lucky that this girl was next door. But there was a dark side to her as well, and I think that she successfully used this in her work. In the water scene, in Splendor, she knew it was coming up, of course, but she was definitely under the impression that a double would be used. There's just no question about that. I'm sure Kazan has his own version of it, and it just seemed to me that he was just going to wait until we got down to that day and take it from there and kind of gently get her into it. She was afraid of water, and it was, as I say, even though it was in the day, it was a rather formidable-looking pool. I mean, you can see that in the long shot in the film, you know. There was a great pool and a dam with the water rushing over the side of it. She did not think that she was going to have to do long shots or any stuff where she was used exclusively. And, of course, she was used exclusively. After it was all over, she was tremendously proud of having done it herself. I mean, she was ecstatic. She was also furious that she had more or less been hoodwinked into this, you know. She was a girl who had, like all of us, problems with her love life and her family life. She was a girl who really was a survivor, and she wanted to beat the odds at any cost, and she discovered psychoanalysis for herself. When she saw her friends who were in trouble, she wanted to help them, and there was a point at which I was a total mess. And you know, she came to me and she said, if you will go to a doctor, I will pay for it. And she did. She said she'd pay for it for 6 months. She only paid for 5, but I forgive her. I mean, she was just as willing to march in there and tell them all, whoever they were, the Mirishes or the Warners or the people at Paramount in Pollock's case. I think that was on This Property is Condemned. What she felt and how much she believed in these people that she was working with. Everybody saw it. I mean, Christ, they were always all over each other. They were always giving each other presents. They celebrated everything together, not only the anniversaries of their birthdays and their marriages, but they had all sorts of private little dates, you know, when they did this or that the first time. And what she wanted to get for herself at that point in her life was a family and a stability, and she made a tremendous commitment to her marriage and to having children. Natalie was great with her kids. I mean, she was sometimes a little too great for some people's taste because the kids were always around and always with her, and they came first.
Remember tumbleweed, good times forever, laughing things, doing whatever we enjoy, don't matter the weather.
Natasha knows so many songs.
Does she?
Oh.
How about your sister? Does she know?
Oh, Courtney does.
Okay.
Want to sing one of the
How old is Courtney?
2. What one remembers, the best part that one remembers was this tremendously vital, beautiful force